dog in the background.
Yeah, I can hear you, Curtis.
Okay.
Hey, Manning.
Hello, Tim.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, Curtis, you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Are we gonna do like we did last week, to kind of take turns playing the game, or?
No, I think we've just got a full team tonight.
Okay.
I'll get the show on the road. We're okay. I think we're all good. Ashley's here. Good evening. Welcome to the Mass Effect Multiplayer live stream. I'll sort my camera out a little bit. There we go. Much better. Okay, if this is your first time here, do a weekly Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. I'm just waiting for everyone to join us. And how you doing, Ashley? You all good? Hope you have a nice weekend. Birthday's in 3 hours' time. Excellent. Happy birthday for tomorrow. And do I dare ask how old you're going to be? Is that a closely guarded secret? "28. Oh man. Wish I was 28 again. I had hair then.
I don't think I can even remember that far back.
Service guys in. It's Takes to Know joining us this evening. He seemed to be interested on the Discord, but can't see him in the list or in the chat.
I guess I'm the oldest here. I'm 55.
55.
Yeah.
Ah, fine age. Fine age.
Still playing video games.
Oh, I think I'll be still playing video games when I'm well into my 80s. That's for sure.
There's a professional Counter-Strike team. What are they called? The Silver Assassin or something, Silver something, that are all in their 70s, and they're like pro, not like pretend pro.
Oh wow, that's impressive. I can't play Counter-Strike to save my life, so. Shadow.
Yeah, I got a new guy this time. I got this Antarian guy, whatever you call him, the six-eyed guy.
I spoke to a Mass Effect dev. He says they're still throwing ideas around for multiplayer. Ooh, that's interesting. Which dev was it? Can you remember? Check the Discord for. Takes to Know. He's there. Look, he's there. Are you playing this evening? Takes to Know. Him in the list.
Origin was a little wonky for me this morning, so I don't know. Like, it was, I knew people were online, but it was showing them as offline, so maybe that might be something.
It could be. Could be. He'll be there soon, hopefully. Okay, sure. We'll do a bronze match because Curtis is. Well, actually, saying that, you Curtis, you said you was up to level 6 solo, so that's quite impressive.
Yeah, I'm using this veteran guy, whatever you call him. He's that six-eyed fella. Parlor Vinegar I'm using.
Okay, well, we'll start off with a bronze match, because that'll go quite quickly. And then once it takes no...
Alright.
is all sorted, then we can kick whoever comes and joins us. We can kick them out and... take Snow in here to join us too. So yeah, I think I'm... Oh, weapons. Just check my weapons. Yeah.
If you're gonna start with a bronze, you can probably just even keep it the three of us. Then we don't even have to worry about kicking someone.
Okay, let's do that then. Right. Let's do this then. Actually, still
Bad
plays
everyone today.
67th playthrough. Nice. Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Kurt. Cerberus guy. Yeah, not too shabby. Yourself?
Decent. Weather's finally... We had like 3 straight weeks of minus 25, and it was like plus 10 today, so that was pretty nice.
Blimey.
Really true, and United is 22, so that was better. It wasn't a win, but it was better than I was expecting.
Turns on Tim's death counter. Oh, I didn't look into that bot either, did I? We got the Russians back already. Look. Yeah, there we go. Look. Oh, nice. Proper sent them flying. I think that'll be the next short coming up. Right. Yeah, if we could, that'd be great. No, YouTube's been a bit funny today. I put a poll out earlier, and apparently nobody's voted on it. I've got a load of comments, but nobody's voted on it. So, yeah, I think YouTube's just been a bit weird.
Was that for the topic?
Yeah.
I thought the endings won, or maybe I misread something.
What's going on here? Look.
Uh-oh.
I'm on my way. Oh, you're miles away. But we're just down there.
I was getting a third device till they got me. No.
Yeah, there was the topic about Shepard. Whether you'd like to see him. That's not what I wanted to do. Whether he should come back as like an advisor. If you couldn't play him, would you like to see him as like an advisor or like in a digital form or something like that? Or, you know, if you'd be quite happy, look, you know, that's what I was trying to do.
Targets are a go. Nice job.
Hi there, Carla. Nice to see you. And then, yeah, so I have absolutely no idea what which way people have gone with that one. YouTube's just showing absolute zero on it. So.
Well, he could always be a like a hologram character.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, I'm probably going to be in the minority on this, but I mean, if you want to throw him in as a cameo, like a hologram here or there, that's fine. But I would really like it to have as little to do with the trilogy as possible, outside of maybe like I said, cameos.
I don't think they'll bring back Shepard in a substantial way. More like in game history books, personally. I don't know if they can bring Shepard back with the. Yeah. I personally think they're gonna set it so far in the future that all endings are going to be possibly canon, as for not to upset everybody, or that people can't remember exactly how it happened, and so it's all just rumours. But
Because
yeah.
I mean, like I was talking in Discord yesterday, outside of one very, very tiny way to do it, Shepard dies in like 95% of playthroughs anyway.
That's true. But they've actually got a bigger problem. One of the channel supporters, Dom, he sent me an article earlier with it was about the Krogan and what they're going to do post genophage, because you've got either you've cured it or you haven't, and no matter when you set the next game, you're going to have either cured Krogans or Krogans that still have the genophage. That's two massive different like storylines to comprehend, isn't it? Really. Hollywood
The
guy.
only way they could get around that is if the Krogan all did like what Okir did and just basically ignored the genophage. Like they got to that point.
Possibility, I suppose. Yeah. More kind of like what they did with Vega's comic. Shepard isn't really seen or heard, just mentioned. Yeah, that could happen. Shepard, where he lives, is the least common. I actually thought it was the most common. I haven't actually seen the official stats. Is it? I'm going to guess synthesis is probably the most common then. Ow. Hi there, Rocco. How you doing? Nice to see you. Hollywood guy, how you doing? Have a nice weekend. The article did actually come up with a solution, and that is, which I actually quite like. Actually, I thought it was actually a good way they can get around it, and that is that the cure, the genophage, limits their numbers, their breeding numbers, so they can't breed at like 1,000 per year as they used to. And like if they didn't cure it, then they're adapted. The physiology has adapted, which they kind of touched upon over in Andromeda, didn't they, with Drax? And their numbers. So it kind of... Oh, blimey. Oh, no, got no health either. Yeah, so their numbers are kind of slowly kind of get up. So it kind of meets it in the middle. So you've got one that's brought it right down and one that kind of has got it right up. Oh, Cerberus guy, where are you? Oh, you are right. Thought you dropped out.
One thing they could do
I did
is,
drop out, but I'm back now.
can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Building on what you guys were saying, one thing they could do is they could pull a Dragon Age and kind of just set it far away from Chunker and just kind of have it in a discussion, but not, you know, kind of have Krogan here and there, like as bounty hunters,
Yeah.
but just sort of talk about it a bit in discussion and not, you know, they don't have to go to Chunker.
That's true. But you think people want a Krogan squad mate, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, definitely, and they could still talk about the Genophage, couldn't they? And maybe the Krogan companion could have a child if the Genophage was cured.
Drax Grandor said that the Genophage was slowly disappearing and the Krogan becoming strong. So that... So yeah, again, if you do go down the cure in the Genophage route, and then they set it like 600 years in the future, if anything has happened to Rex and Eve, then you've got, I suppose you could even have the, you know, a Krogan rebellions has gone on in between Mass Effect's, you know, the trilogy and the next game. I really think that we're going so far into the future that the endings of Mass Effect 3 won't have much weight anymore. That's very true, because they opened up a lot. A lot of people were quite upset, weren't they? In regards to like Andromeda and the endings, and they played it quite well by saying, you know, setting the team sending off them during Mass Effect 2, so they didn't have to go down the endings route. So I can't
it's a good
see
way
them.
to sort of. It's kind of a good way to say that the endings did happen, but also kind of ignore them a little bit as well, though.
Yeah, I can't see them wanting to reopen those wounds, you know.
By the way, I'm in the lobby, so I'm ready if you guys are
You
able
can
to kick
straight
someone.
up join this game. There's only 3 of us.
Oh right.
Yeah, see if you can just join straight in.
Yeah, Cerberus guy's doing a solo right now.
What were you saying, Cerberus?
I was just going to say, the other thing to consider too is the Genophage limiting Krogan births to 1 out of 1,000 sounds bad when you just say it like that, but when you realize that Krogan females can lay something like 5 to 10,000 eggs per year, it's not, I mean, it's not that bad. Because like if you read, the Codex says that Krogan kids, like 90% of them die within like the first year anyway, so the Genophage I never even thought was really that bad.
It's still a lot of Krogan children dying, though. It's still pretty barbaric.
It's true, but I'm just saying, like, you let them, so say you cure the Genophage, and now, say the Krogan get a couple planets, they still have no space, or no ships or anything to speak of, and now they're growing, like, by the billion. It's only a matter of time before the rebellions happen again, just from lack of resources, and, I mean, it's just in my mind, I don't see it not happening.
I suppose we'll have an answer to that question in the next game, though, won't we?
Yeah. I like what Carlos says here. The fans are going to complain regardless, which they will. They won't be able to. Yeah, they're absolutely right. They won't be able to please everybody. I think there've been mentions of Shepards, but not a cameo personally. I think we'll see cameos of other characters aside from Liara in the trilogy.
Like, I was fine with the cameos they did with the trilogy characters in Andromeda. I thought that was well done. I mean, if they kept it, they should just keep it something like that.
Enemy force approaching.
I know films are a different case though, but I get the feeling like films nowadays, they'll kind of lean on legacy characters a little too much, you know, like Matrix and stuff.
Well, that's just because no one in Hollywood has had an original idea in like 20 years.
But it is the same for the games though, really, isn't it? Think about it. Like, take... People they don't want to... Once they've got an established character, they don't want to deviate from it. Like, take Resident Evil. That's a good example. In the first game, you had a couple of characters, you know, male and female, that you could choose from, and then in the second, they didn't even appear at all. They recast, you know, 2 brand new characters, and then from Resident Evil 2 onwards, it's always been one of these 4 characters. They've not even dared deviate from that.
Well, Resident Evil 6 brought in some new characters, and 5 did too. I mean, I thought Shiva was pretty cool.
Yeah, but you still played Chris. So, and Leon became the poster boy in that. And then think of
I'm kind of
like
unsure about if I should give Resident Evil a try.
What about Code Veronica? I mean, Claire was in that, but it was definitely more about Steve, I thought.
I want Shepard back, but I know it's unrealistic. It's not going to happen. Carla, do you think it's a reason that a lot of hate was directed towards Andromeda is because Ryder wasn't Shepard? And do you think that will influence the next game?
I personally always thought that was kind of stupid, because, I mean, look how many other huge franchises... I mean, like, we've mentioned a couple, but there's a lot of other really big franchises where you never play as the same character. Or almost never.
Hollywood guy wants to know...
Ways...
Sorry. Hollywood guy wants to know if... Oh. if the Keepers are going to be the next villain. I think there was a villain all the time. The entire trilogy. There was a secretly... Well, to be fair, they were the ones working behind the scenes in Mass Effect 1 to try and usher the Reapers through, weren't they? So...
Only because the Reapers were controlling them.
Sorry, Texano, what was you going to say?
I can't remember now.
Because we never truly figure out what the Keepers actually are, though. We only see what they are in the game, not what they originally were.
Very true. Oh, hello. Run away, run away, run away.
Well, how about having a game with the directors, how they got started?
I love Andromeda. It's got a lot of technical issues. As people can't let go of Shepard and wanted another Shepard, Ryder's absolutely more of a young adult protagonist versus a mature, older Shepard. That's it's popped up on the.
Like Shepard's. Sorry.
I was gonna say that it's popped up on the story streams that we've done, isn't it? A couple of times where he comes across as too jokey rather than kind of being serious.
I mean, yeah, but he's also 22. You gotta cut. I mean, I know he's in a position of power, but at the end of the day, he's still 22.
Yeah.
I mean, Shepard was almost 30 the first time we meet him. So, and he was in the military his whole life, so it makes sense for him to be a little more stern, I guess.
Come in.
Kevin. Ah! Uh-oh. Banshee got me.
Oh, no ammo. Oh, what's going on? Where's all me? I really should get some health. Bring some health with me, shouldn't I? Keepers needed a backstory. I know they were the first species to be indoctrinated by the Reiters, but they needed more. They should have done, really, and they kind of had a prime opportunity with having to scan all of them. You would have thought something more could have come out of that.
I'm kind of okay with them keeping some things like in mystery, like not everything needs an explanation.
Well, they keep a constant number, don't they? I remember reading that in the codex. No matter how many die of old age or accidental death or anything like that, it's always a constant number.
Just gonna enter stealth while I drink my tea.
Thank you.
No worries, I felt bad. I was just, hiding in stealth, not doing anything. So do you guys think I should try Resident Evil then? I'm just wondering how story driven it is.
It's I don't know, do you like zombies?
Yeah, they're kind of a bit overplayed, aren't they?
I personally recommend like the first three, but the originals. Well, the GameCube remake. Go away. Oh, that one's clever.
The one good thing about Resident Evil is there's like 45 games, but they're all loosely tied together, but it's loose enough that you can pretty much pick up any one of them and not really be lost in the story.
Yeah, they're all kind of self-contained, but they do kind of... kind of slightly tie into each other. They reference Raccoon City quite a lot. That's about it.
Isn't the new one called something Raccoon City?
Resident Evil Village.
I mean the new film.
Yeah, it's based on the...
Oh yeah,
based on the first couple of games.
The film wasn't terrible. They just tried to fit too much into like one 90-minute thing, and it just ended up having so many threads that nothing really worked.
Finally got the last insanity trophy on Legendary Edition. Excited. Took a long time. I bet it took a long time. There's no way I'm even attempting insanity. I'll just get too frustrated, I think.
The worst part is I did actually complete Insanity on all 3 games in Legendary Edition, but because of the stupid achievement bug, it didn't count.
Ah, oh, gutted.
I'm just kind of in a situation where, is it worth going through it all again just in case it will work?
Right.
You want me to step out, guys, and have somebody else come in, or?
No, there's nobody else, Curtis. Just us 4 tonight.
Okay.
What did you think of Resident Evil 0, Tim? Because I actually really liked it, but I know a lot of people hate it.
It's all right. It's got its issues, but
I kind of liked the thing where you're playing the mechanic where you're playing 2 people at once. So sometimes you'd have to like drop an item through like a sewer grate or into a room that the other person was in, kind of thing.
yeah, it was definitely different.
Has anyone got any tips for playing a collector? Because I just unlocked one.
I've just unlocked somebody as well. I don't know who it is.
Oh, the Awakened Collector, the Adept.
Yeah.
Keep your, I forget what it's, your Vengeance mode or whatever it is, keep that always on. The thing that makes you glow. The Seeker Swarms are really good for damage reduction because he's pretty soft otherwise. And then just put as much damage as you can into the black hole thing he can shoot, because that thing will like nuke anything.
So I should upgrade Seeker Swarm as well, though.
Yeah, there's I don't know how many points you have to put into it, but there's actually, depending how you level it up, because normally it'll just have 3 swarms, but you can level it up to have 4. So if you want to, it's just because the character's so weak physically, I like doing that because you can, every swarm you have improves your damage reduction.
Oh yeah, you have to get it to rank 6 though.
You've never played multiplayer? Ah, Carly, if you're on PC, you can always come join us sometime. If you've got the original copy, obviously.
So is the Seeker Swarm like a protection against damage then, or does it do damage?
It does both. As long as they're swarming around you, it provides damage reduction, but you can also throw them to do damage and screw up and prevent enemies from using power. The same way, it works the same way the Seeker Swarms work when you're fighting collectors. If one gets on you, it'll screw up the enemy's ability to use abilities. But as long as they're flying around you, it's damage reduction.
Nice. And I assume Dark Channel is useful.
Yeah, Dark Channel, it's the same thing as Javik has in the game. It's like a disease that'll like you can pass it around from enemy to enemy if as long as they're within a certain distance of each other, and it does damage over time. And if you have any collector weapons, he gets bonuses using collector weapons.
I don't think I have any. I didn't realize you guys were waiting.
So I'm just gonna.
Oh, that's fine.
If I don't think we've got enough for any mods and characters. Which ones do you get for the? I don't matter. should probably
Yeah,
buy
the guy was using.
Yeah, to be fair, Carla, we never have. I mean, for a game that's what came out in 2012, we'd never have a problem finding a match. And it's nice to play some of the other characters as well. You get to play as
To be fair,
Vasari
though, there's usually 3 or 4 of us anyway.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I play quite a bit off stream, and like I said, I can log on pretty much any time of any day, and there'll at least be a couple people on.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you never... Even if you start a match yourself, you'll have people jump in with you. Yeah, it's quite surprising they didn't redo it for the Legendary Edition. I think Ashley was saying earlier that he spoke to one of the devs and they said they're still batting ideas about it.
Well, perfect start. I've not killed anyone yet.
Yeah, when I was playing last night, I had about 4 guys joined in, and they all have high-powered weapons, and they were killing all the bad guys except me.
So next week, the video I was trying to get out for this week is on about the alternate endings that they were batting around. Has anybody heard of them? I think there was a forum post out, an IGN post out.
I remembered something about the dark energy thing that goes on in the second game, them carrying that through to the third, and then like right at the very end of the game, Shepard was originally supposed to become a villain.
Oh,
I forget
no.
the specifics.
Shepard as a villain. That would be interesting.
Like, yeah, you were supposed to play as him for like 98% of the game, and then right before you go attack the elusive man's base, you just vanish, and then he was supposed to be like, maybe not the final boss, but one of the final bosses. But it's been forever since I've read that. But it was something about that. But yeah, it all tied back into the dark energy stuff you keep hearing about in the second game.
It would be interesting to keep it in there.
Ah. One where Renegade ship goes ballistic.
Sorry, I still say Tim.
Yeah?
So I'm soloing the computer again, I guess.
Yeah,
No,
right,
no,
I
right.
forgot the objective. I'm here, don't worry. Oh. Yeah.
Where's that guy with the rocket launcher doing my nutting? There he is. Am I going to make Mass Effect Squad tier rankings? Yeah, there is one on the channel already. I think I do need to do another tier ranking though. It's been too long since I've done one. I just need a good topic for it. Possibly the loyalty missions. But I haven't done all of... Oh, God, go away. I haven't done all of Andromeda's yet, so... I suppose I could do a trilogy one. Legion's in the chat, guys. Legion's in the chat.
Acknowledged.
Mass Effect Multiplayer is so fun. I hope, yeah, I'm absolutely with you on that one, Legion.
Stay alert.
In a way, we are all Legion.
Hi there, Matt B. How you doing?
Maybe we're all programmers in a single server.
When the banshees glow like that, they can instantly kill you. When they're not glowing, I did not know when they're that. I think the last game I decided I was going to charge one, and it insta killed me. The wrong one. So renegade option was like Shepard just goes, go fuck yourself, and he rips himself out the thing. Yeah, that's the one. That's pretty much the script I've got for the video. Dave Wilkinson, I think it was. So yeah, I didn't even, I missed the article when it first came out. But yeah, Shepard plugs himself into the Citadel, a bit like the Matrix, I expect, soon.
I think BioWare missed a really glorious chance to, if you picked a control ending, right before you grab the things, have Shepard like talk to Harbinger, and then just say assuming direct control.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed with the whole Harbinger thing. It made out like you was going to have, you know, a big like confrontation with Harbinger and speak directly to it in Arrival. It was supposed to be the one that was guarding the beam, wasn't it? And then nothing.
Well done, team.
Do you think the other Reapers call Harbinger Harby?
Solarian STG planted intel here. Use a local server to open.
I did hear somewhere that the elusive man could have been Shepard's dad.
He's not old enough.
The elusive man?
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe because what Shepard, because the elusive man was
Did time travel?
like 20 during the first Contact War, so unless he had Shepard as a teenager.
What's the time difference between the first Contact War and is it only something like 30 years?
Well,
No, it's
the
about-
first Contact War was 2157, and Shepard was born April 11th, 2154.
Upload at 50%. Maintain connection.
But there was no, there is supposed to be. Well, I'm not endorsing the whole elusive man's Shepard's father jobby, but it was rumoured that the elusive man had a family and a child on. I can't remember the planet name now. It was the one that the Taurians attacked, and that was the reason for him.
Shanxi?
Shanxi? No, it was before then. I can't remember. It's in
Elysium?
Elysium. It might be in Elysium. But yeah, apparently he's supposed to have had a. It was rumoured that he had a wife and child before he joined up with as a mercenary, and that was the reason why he hated aliens, and he joined up as like a Black Ops mercenary thing to. They got killed.
I don't know that he necessarily hated aliens, because you worked with Saren for quite a while.
Enemies approaching.
Wait,
Who worked with Saren, sorry?
The Elusive Man, because what was Saren's brother's name? Decimus?
Decimus, yeah.
Yeah, him and Saren and Eva and Ben were working to try to stop Decimus.
Yeah, but that was that. I don't know. That was like my enemy is the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Enemy, my enemy, yeah.
Isn't that because of the Cora Harper theory? I suppose that could be where it came from, actually. Cora Harper theory. But then she would probably have to be born later, wouldn't she? No ammo.
I think the thing for me is, I mean, Harper's not exactly an uncommon surname, but it's just too convenient for BioWare to have chosen that by random, in my mind anyway.
Yeah. I mean, even with James, didn't they? They had James as James Sanders, is his original surname, but then they changed that because they didn't want him being confused with Kaylee. And on Grissom Academy, if you take James with you, you'll say, "Oh yeah, my father's name's Sanders," but yeah, we're no relation. So if they went out the way to change his name, the people didn't get confused.
Well, I don't know if they really went out of their way. I mean, if you read, because I mean, otherwise they went to quite the big lengths to make the whole story with James and his uncle and his dad and that whole thing, just to change his surname.
Has anyone here seen 2.5 Men?
Yeah.
Maybe there's something there with Charlie Harper being like a crossover.
I never thought of that, but maybe.
I mean, Charlie's been with a lot of women, is all I'm saying.
Which is true, and if you read the Elusive Man's bio in the Shadow Broker's base, he's been with quite a few too.
Charlie Harper is the Elusive Man confirmed.
Mission accomplished. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
Was Phoebe was in the part of the original trilogy too?
She wasn't, Curtis.
Okay. I thought I heard her voice on there, but I'm not sure if it was her or not.
Too busy looking at the chat.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's
And
Curtis.
those drones are hard to kill. You're trigger happy. That's alright. I do that too. Those drones are hard to kill.
So come on then, let's
Well done, team.
oh, I could actually get a poll going, couldn't I?
Regrouping. Time to
Get a poll going. What is your...
They've got one of our drones. We need its contents uploaded before the enemy cracks his encryption.
I can't spell.
Stay close, your Omni tool keeps it alive.
Blimey. And there you go. Dom's here. How you doing, Dom?
Hang on, why is there not an option for everyone dies in suicide mission? The Mass Effect ending.
Because that's not a proper ending.
Well, I mean, it doesn't end with mission failure.
It's an ending.
I mean,
Decided to- Sorry.
I was just going to say, technically as well, the ending of the Arrival DLC as well, if you just let the timer run out, it's got a cutscene, so...
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if you want to kill everyone in a suicide mission, all you got to do is kill everyone, but make sure Legion and Tally survive, and then you can kill both of them in the third game. So it's essentially the same thing, but the game keeps going.
Well, Tali can also live, like, it's not like she has to die like Legion.
No, but if you want to kill everyone, then you can kill Tally in the third game.
True. I'm still not sure if I want to do a playthrough though where everyone dies. Like, I mean, I've done that before. I did a playthrough where the Destroy completely messed everyone up. But I just mean like where I specifically tried to kill companions.
I've never actually done that. I should probably try it sometime.
That's like I was reading, not Mass Effect, but Dragon Age. There's apparently a way to do Origin where it kills the maximum amount of people and also leaves 6, I want to say, demons alive, just randomly roaming around.
Could the people in Cryo in Andromeda be from the Milky Way? Yes, Hollywood guy, they are from the Milky Way. They left the Milky Way during the events of Mass Effect 2, and then they wake up 600 years later in Andromeda. Carlos says, what's a psychopath playthrough? Oh, Legion's asking that, yeah. So, yeah, I believe Big Dan did it, didn't he? I think Big Dan did a whole playthrough where you kind of kill as many as you possibly can, like your crew and stuff.
I know a Mass Effect YouTuber did it. It could have been Big Dan or it could have been Mr. Holson.
It's surprisingly not as hard as you think. I've done that too.
Yeah, I actually put a surprising amount of thought into it, even though I never did it. So, I mean, I did manage to get Liara killed by accident once, so from there it wasn't that hard to figure out.
Be right back.
Hi there, Brandon. How you doing?
See, I don't have much of a problem with the synthesis ending. I think it just needed a bit more of an explanation.
Yeah, I really didn't like it. Control I could understand, but yeah, the synthesis one, I don't know.
See, I do understand the logic of people who pick it, though. Like, just, you know, the whole game's been kind of building up to this idea that not all synthetics are bad, you know, with everything with Legion and everything, and ED, and it just, to me, it could have been a bit clearer as to how the synthetics benefit the organics and vice versa.
Yeah. We be a guess. Oh no, let's be the.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, Carla. There's not much explanation or depth. Nerdy dude, to kill Liara, you basically just need a really low, or a specifically low, like, war asset score. And basically, if you take her with you on the run to the beam, then she can die.
Grenade.
Well, there's always that clone Shepard. You think he might still be alive?
What was that, Curtis? Sorry?
I said there's that clone Shepard there. He might be alive.
That's very true, yeah.
Could be.
That was a heck of a fall if you forgot.
What's a big fall? Yeah.
Hey, I mean, Darth Maul survived a pretty deep fall, but I guess he had the Force, so...
I don't think he smacked into a building at however fast the Normandy was flying either.
Unless someone caught the clone of Shepard. Just some random civilian or taxi driver.
I mean, there were cars flying under him, so maybe.
Yeah, he could have hitched a ride.
No, because who was Anakin chasing in the prequels when he jumped out of the car and he fell like 500 feet and then landed in someone else's car?
That would be Zam Wessel, being the nerd that I am.
I think if the synthesis ending gave everyone blue eyes, everyone would have been happier. Green eyes. That's it. That's what the problem was. Is everyone got the same colour eyes. Oh,
So
and
do you-
See, I'd want to... Sorry.
I was just going to respond to something Legion said in the chat. What do you not like Liara then? Because what you were saying about why can't you kill her before the beam?
I don't think you can you?
No, it just sounded like Legion wanted to kill her sooner.
Super chat. Oh, Hollywood guy, you sir are a legend. Thank you so much. Do you think they will import saves for the Mass Effect Andromeda? No, I don't. They have the Mass Effect archives, which is like the Dragon Age Keep.
I did
So-
actually use that earlier today to import a new Andromeda model. It was quite useful.
I've not actually. I've had a look around it, but I've not actually used it. I've used the Dragon Age Keep a lot, quite like that. I've never actually tried the Archives one. So yeah,
Well,
going forward,
I did find your character model on there though.
Yeah, it's on there. I've had a look at it and I've imported it, but I've not actually done any like decisions or anything. I assume there's decisions on there you can set up.
Oh, I didn't see if there was. I just looked at a couple of pages.
All clear. Good work. All clear. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
I mean, they are going back to Unreal Engine, aren't they?
Enemies inbound.
So I should imagine
Yeah.
an import might be possible. They're not using the Frostbite engine, but I really can't see them going down that route because it's probably a lot more work. Will Brooksby be in the next Mass Effect?
I just love the irony that me and Cerberus Sky are collectors fighting collectors.
Well, turn your stance on your collector stance thing. Your heavy melee, so you start glowing.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, depending on how you level it up, it does different things, but it's pretty useful.
I can't remember if you explained what that was or not.
Top marks, team.
Mine's for recharge speed and biotic damage. But it turns off again if you use a heavy melee while it's on.
Find it and bring it.
Right.
Find it and bring it. Good. Get back to the extraction zone. Get back to the extraction zone.
If they make this game too far removed, might not be a reason for it. It's very true, which I think it will be. I'll be very surprised if Liara has a big role in it as well. I think she might be just there to tease the return, get people excited for it.
I still like the idea of her being the villain.
I like the idea of her being the villain. Some of the best villains are when they're doing the wrong things for the right reasons. So Liara,
Loghain,
yeah,
Lady Erebeth from Neverwinter Nights.
maybe she's found a way of bringing
Darth Revan.
Shepard back, sort of thing. But in order to do it, it's going to wipe out, a couple of planets or something daft like that, where it's like she's that obsessed with bringing him back that she's willing to kill, the Quarian, the migrant fleet or something. You've got to stop him.
I think that'd be it'd be a brave decision, but I'd definitely respect them for it.
Handsome Jack from Borderlands is another good one.
Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Enemies inbound.
Did they make Geth Juggernaut
Yeah,
playable
sure.
character online? Yes, they did. Is it Geth Juggernaut? Is it Geth Prime?
I think there is a Juggernaut.
It's a Juggernaut.
It's a Juggernaut.
He's the only character that's immune to instant kill attacks.
Oh no, that's you guys. Doesn't help that you guys are collectors.
Oh, come on, I'm fluorescent teal.
What's wrong with being green, Tim?
But it's green.
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Regrouping. Time to reload.
him
And
as
they're
being
awfully glowy.
anti-synthesis.
Enemies approaching.
And
so
server
Dom
guys
thinks-
just like to show off. Well, at least you're Edie.
Yeah, it's been too long since I played as Edie.
Oh,
Most of my characters have Cerberus colors anyway, so you should be thankful when I'm something different.
What if the villain in the next game was the shifty cow?
Down to half strength.
I mean, he had a pretty high score in the combat sim. I mean, he obviously knows what he's doing.
Very true.
You can fight the shifty cow in the combat sim.
No,
No,
it's just
if you go look at the scoreboard, he's like number 3.
I was going to say, I can't imagine what that fight would look like.
oh.
uh-oh. Ah.
Should have used my shield.
It would be so cool if there was a collector ability to, like, take control of collectors that you're fighting.
Yeah, there is in the game, but not in this, unfortunately.
Miles away.
Ah.
Legion really doesn't like Liara. It's so annoying because she can't die and she gets her own DLC. Discovery was a whole plot of Mass Effect 3 and she gets the most... Ow.
I do think maybe she's a bit overrated, but I don't understand hating her.
I know a couple people who think she's really clingy and that the game forces her on you.
She's a bit in the first game, isn't she? Comes across as a bit...
Yeah, but every romance isn't done too well in the first game.
Oh, that's not you.
Just attack the ones that aren't greened in.
Which... Where's the target? Oh.
The ones
So
shooting.
I killed them all while you were farting around.
You say that, but I'm giving some right now.
That was
Well,
very
do you
cool.
know you can detonate those balls you shoot?
I didn't know.
Nice.
Yeah, the dark sphere does like gradual damage as it's floating by, but you can, if you hit the button again, you can make it blow up whenever you want, and then that's what actually does the huge damage.
I'll have to try that.
Enemy is regrouping.
I also really like the wings. They seem to be very maneuverable. Like to get you out of a fight.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Do you have to charge up the dark sphere or something? Because it only works sometimes when I press it.
Yeah, it takes a few seconds to shoot, and then it moves quite slowly across the map, and then it blows up whenever you hit the button again.
Ow.
Whatever you do, Tim, don't touch those consoles. Those Solarians don't like you touching them.
No, they don't.
Well, what if I want my own feces analyzer?
I do see where you're coming from, Legion, but from a story standpoint, I don't see how yeah, I guess I don't really see how an archaeologist would have been useful in Mass Effect 3. Like, as Liara just being an archaeologist. Like, and at least you can kind of chalk it down to she kind of has to learn to be a shadow broker over the time it takes between 2 and 3, but I'm not sure how long that is. I guess it depends.
6 months.
But to be fair, you're going to have to learn it really, really quickly, aren't you? It's not a job that you can take a couple of years to get to grips with. Ah.
True, but who says that she's an expert at doing it, you know? She can gather information, but maybe she can't multitask all of them as well as the last one.
Well, she was already an information broker, wasn't she? Because she tells you in Mass Effect 2 that she's already a very good information broker. And she's talking about finding Theron and that. Rocco,
Yeah, so
thank
she's
you very
been
much
an
for coming.
Information broker for a good 2
Much
years-ish.
appreciated.
I kind of liked her character arc, though. I mean, like, how she goes from the first game, she's afraid of her own shadow, to by the third game, she'll just shoot you just as much as she'll go have a glass of tea with you.
True. Rocco, we're here every Saturday. If you want to pop back next week, it'd be great to see you.
To me, it kind of makes sense, like, canonically, that, you know, Liara losing a romance to Shepard would be the thing that hardens her.
BioWare do have a thing about hardening and softening people, don't they? Well, I mean, they're doing, like, Dragon Age, so you'd think that something similar would happen in Mass Effect too.
I would have personally liked if they'd done her romance in the third game a bit better, though. Because I kind of hate how, if you romance her in the first game, and then 5 minutes into the third game, she's like, do you want to get back together? And you're like, I don't know, I just started playing. And if you say no there's no option to rekindle it later on.
I thought there was. I thought you had to chat with her on the balcony. That's your final chance that you've got.
If you cheat on her, she gets mad at you, and you can make up to her on the balcony. But if you tell her no at the start of the game, then you can't.
Oh, didn't know that.
Power's been cut to our local data routers. Located and enabled.
Also, I always found that a little bit funny that Liara, out of all the characters in the game, Liara is the only one you can cheat on.
Yeah. I'm trying to get to you.
Flying behind me.
Oh,
Goodness sake.
got two of them at once.
I've officially decided that I'm always going to be a collector now.
He's a pretty cool character.
Hashtag collectors did nothing wrong.
Collector lives matter.
Legion actually does make quite a valid point. If you don't romance Liara, she comes across quite as obsessive because she takes your armor and your dog tags into her apartment. Which, yeah, I suppose that does come across a bit creepy. There's number 2.
This Scion is really starting to annoy me.
All the Scions are starting to annoy me.
I'm on the wrong side of the wall. I'm just getting it.
Brandon says there's no romanceable collector either.
If we've got time, shall we try a silver?
Yeah, we'll do that for the last one after this one.
Okay, we'll need a toilet break first though, because I've been holding it for 2 weeks now.
Bad guy. There's a video on YouTube that had that rapper Snoop Dogg was playing Mass Effect. Guys see
Yeah, I
that?
think that was an edit though. I don't think he actually played.
Well, I do know he streams a ton of games. I don't know if he's played Mass Effect at all or not, though.
I think I saw in the comments that it's kind of a meme though, like that people plaster that webcam footage on a lot of things. Like the specific clip that's used is used a lot of bits of footage that people take. That people put over, I mean.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of fake, but I wasn't for sure it was fake or not.
I've not actually seen it.
I think it was a bit of an overreaction, even if it was true though.
I think
Yeah, because no streamer has ever overreacted to anything before.
I just mean it's something to do with, I think it was something to do with messing up a romance option or something.
Yeah, with Shepard and Liara.
I have never seen anyone jump out of their chair and pretend to be afraid of at Five Nights at Freddy's.
That bug is after me.
I still think the best video, Mass Effect video that I've seen has to be that Austin Powers one.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Absolutely amazing.
It's worth it just for the 3 seconds of him driving to Mako.
That bug is after me.
Have you guys seen the Cyberpunk one? Sorry.
No.
I don't think so.
I've still not played Cyberpunk, but it is pretty good. I'm still hoping they fix that game.
It's quite a bit better now, but I still would say it's not anywhere close to perfect.
For one thing, I want them to fix the police system. Because there was a wanted system in the game, but it was like heavily bugged, and for some reason the developers just kind of denied its existence and took it out entirely.
Also, like EA did with Battlefront 2's monetization system.
I guess so.
Carla just made a very good point. Mass Effect 5 being about Liara's kid makes no sense, because not everybody romanced her.
Well, considering Liara bugged your room like 6 times, maybe and she's the shadow broker, maybe she found a way around that. Like, I wouldn't put it past her to, like, sneak in your room and, like, get your DNA from, like, a tissue paper or something.
Well, to be fair, she did actually connect with you in Mass Effect 1, didn't she? So, if she's already a bit tapped. I think she did it twice, didn't she?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, she does do it. She does do it twice.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll be right back, okay, guys?
Yeah, no worries. Right, who am I going to be for this one then? Tacticals and... Be the mercenary? Oh yeah, let's be the Taurian. I've not actually tried the Taurian yet. Look. And will be a bright purple one.
Keep my same guy. I kind of like him.
Decent weapon now as well, I think. Yeah, let's try this one. Damage quite low, but
I'd like to try that Krogan with the hammer, but I'm not that far yet.
Do you not have the digital deluxe edition of the game? Because you get him for free if you do.
Yeah, I think I do got that downloaded. I got a EA Play though, not Origin, but
Yeah, so you should have him for free then.
he's not showing up yet, so.
He's the very last Sentinel, if you want to have a look.
Okay, I'll take a look and see.
I'm back.
yeah, right. We've got some Medigel this time.
Did
Yeah,
you?
I don't have him yet.
Did you change to silver, Tim?
I did.
Cool. May God have mercy on us.
I do my best for you guys.
Right. Last round then. Last match of the evening.
Don't worry, we're all not great at this, Curtis.
I'm still learning, so.
Yeah, we're the ones with no excuse.
Yeah, I had people get tired of having me for help, so they kicked me out of their games.
High value location has been compromised.
Yeah, unfortunately, there are always people like that.
Hostile forces.
Still having fun though, so
It's the important thing, isn't it?
yeah. Whoa. Yeah,
That's you again.
shot at.
Do we have an over-under for how many times Tim shoots me, even though I don't look like any of the other guests?
You like to use you as a target practice.
Is that why you picked the Geth?
It's on
Or
random.
is this just another coincidence?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
From random enemies.
It's a hell of a
I was gonna
coincidence.
say, I know, I haven't used this guy in a while, but I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's still random.
Oops.
I'm not
Yeah, I
sure
do the
what I
same
think of this
thing.
gun yet.
It would make no sense, but I would love to play as a Banshee.
Ah. Oh.
See, mate. Brandon's keeping score of how many times we, or maybe how many times I try shooting my own team.
Enemies approaching.
I'll just stay on the opposite side of the map from you then.
Ow.
I'm also, I'm just going to hop onto what Nerdy Dude said and say, yes, I really do want Dragon Age Funko Pops.
Dragon Age what?
Funko Pops?
Oh yeah. Those are so expensive though. They should be easier to collect.
Oh, they're quite hard to find as well. Oh, I don't really like this weapon. Ow.
What weapon's that?
It's, I don't know, it's like a Tommy gun, I think. The N7 Typhoon.
Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
Oh, that, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of hit or miss with that.
There they are. An N7 job went bad, but their drone survived.
There is a scary hatred of Liara going on with Legion.
And yet you'd think it would be Tally.
Stay close so your Omni
Honestly, I don't get why anyone would hate Tali.
She's racist.
Oh, let's not go down that route.
What now? I don't see how she's racist.
There, let's not go down this route.
Okay, right.
There's that one for the Discord or something. Oh, escort.
Yeah, I honestly, I get so excited over killing people, I forget about the escorts. I'm sorry. Maybe I really am a collector. Well, actually, I suppose collectors just collect.
Dom, that is an excellent idea. Ow, and run away, run away, run away.
Just stay out of the line of fire of the purple Toria.
Tell you what, Tim, if you ever go down the line, like, if you ever decide to get like merch or something, you should have just like a bunch of, you know, like quotes or memes of our multiplayer games.
Tim's first T-shirt should be something Geth related with his vacuum. Not sure what the quote would be, but that's probably what it should be.
Get my death count on
Like
there or
Tim
something.
just, Tim just like with his Avenger shooting his vacuum cleaner.
I live in my car now because my vacuum cleaner kicked me out of the house.
Yeah, his car might kick him out next.
Probably.
I'm gonna be honest, I would be on the side of the artificial intelligence if the war ever happens.
It depends what the AI. If it's something Geth related, then yeah. But if it's the whatever the alien technology was from, say, like Maximum Overdrive, then I probably wouldn't.
What if it was Siri?
What was that terrible 90s B movie where an alien computer virus took over a ship? Does anyone remember that? Actually, I think it was just called Virus. Yeah, a computer virus took over a Navy warship, and it was like making, like, kind of like Reaper, like half human, half machine monstrosity things.
Ah!
Ah!
Oh, Tim shot me again.
Got a bunch of new guys close pushes that way.
I will say, I think my favorite thing about Tally is, I don't know who on BioWare it was, but it's probably my favorite joke in the entire franchise. The inappropriate puns Chorus makes if you ask him about why his ship's called the Quib Quib.
I can't. Doesn't he get like really annoyed with you?
No, he makes two very subtle but very hilarious penis puns.
Apparently there's a B movie called Virus that Brandon's talking about. I think that's why he said Virus in chat.
Shields down! Hang on!
Thank you.
Wow.
Did you guys hear about what everyone was saying about how the film Contagion was a lot like what's happening right now?
Apparently so, yeah. I've not actually seen it though.
I did, and it is very similar.
V for Vendetta is basically real life right now too.
Uh-oh. If I save Tim, I get killed. bad spot.
Yeah, I think we need to move.
Oh yeah, is the button still on? Saying that they can't push the button, can they?
Careful.
Well done, team. All clear. They're down to 50% capability. A classified device has been lost en route to HQ. Find it and bring it in. Good work. Now get back to the extraction zone.
Oh, Tim, don't shoot me. I'll be all right.
Ow.
Some sensitive flight was lost in this area. You got it. Now get back to the extraction zone.
Oh. Brandon's still keeping count. Oh, no ammo. Oh, no ammo for that either.
Yeah. I'm trying to save you, Silver Guy, but I got killed.
Amateur! Well done, team. Clear! Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
Yeah, I believe
Just say amateur.
the reason why she's romanceable in 2 is because of the fan demand, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
her and Garrus.
Yeah.
They could have done so much more with their romance, though.
She wasn't even supposed to have a big part in Mass Effect 2, Tali.
Wounded! Shielded!
Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah.
Okay, who killed you, Tim?
Team member is hurt.
Yeah, oh, no. I've got a health pack as well.
Uh,
Yeah, Tali was supposed to only have a minor part in 2, and one of the developers had to really convince the rest of the team to kill her off in 3, because they weren't going to do that either.
ah.
If you don't punch Geralt in the 3rd game, does he stay on the ship or does he still leave?
I think he stays on the ship, doesn't he?
But no, I think he eventually leaves.
Oh, you mean the Normandy?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, because
he does leave.
when you punch him, you tell him to get off.
Once you finish the
Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
whole Legion Tali arc.
Enemies approaching.
No, but I meant before that, because it'd be... Because if he was still on the Normandy in, say, and you made peace, like, how would you be directing from... directing the Corian fleet from the Normandy? Is just what I was thinking.
Is Legion calling the tally face reveal edgy? I'm a bit confused.
Pardon me.
That sphere is literally just a win button.
Hollywood guy says he leaves. He leaves the ship. Which I suppose would make sense if he's commanding the...
I'm just imagining in my head him still being on the Normandy when you side with the guess.
Oh, hello. But the Mantis is in the house. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Enemy is regrouping. Enemy force approaching. Hostile!
Ah.
Member is hurt.
That did. Ah, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm good, thank you very much. Mother M. I'm losing badly. I think Brandon is keeping score on how many times I'm trying to kill my own teammates. And yeah, we've got some Russian bots that keep popping in. Thanks, Dom. But yeah, for everybody in the chat as well, make sure you pop along and have a look at Mother Mantis' channel. Excellent work on Dragon Age, and I think we've got another Mass Effect video out as well at the moment, so highly recommend everyone pop along and have a look at that too. Is Shepard a clone? Apparently not. No, they did make the original one. You dare stand on me. But they did make a clone for spare parts, which you then fight in the Citadel DLC. I really don't like this weapon at all. And in there.
Just remember everything. Sorry.
Oh no, go for it.
I was just gonna say everything bad that happens in the Citadel DLC is Thane's fault.
Only thing that survived the crash. Get it online. Squad member in trouble. Acknowledging assistance.
Everything. It's Thane's fault.
Drone, soldier.
Yeah, he had a chance to kill Maya in the comics, and
Yeah.
he didn't because she made puppy dog eyes at him and said she had a rough childhood, so he let her live.
Ah, Mother Mantis, thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated.
You can't hate him for being merciful, though.
I didn't say I hated him, I just said everything that happens in that DLC is his fault.
Did you know that he actually appears to a, if you romanced him, he appears to a female Shepard at the end of that Citadel DLC?
Yep. He saw a scorpion in New Mexico.
Watch your sectors.
Ah.
Team member is hurt. Team member is hurt. Finish.
Careful.
A drone is the mission. Get back to
Where's it
it.
gone? Oh.
Received in full. Good work.
Super chat. Oh, nerdy dude. You, sir, are a legend. Thank you so much.
Squad member in trouble.
Hope Brandon's only looking out for the
Thanks, Curse.
You're welcome.
time I'm trying to hit Cerberus guy, and not the time that I was trying to hit. It takes no game in there.
Outstanding work. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Get to the extraction zone.
Yeah, we've done it.
Not yet.
See if we can get a full extraction.
I'm halfway there. Yep, I made it.
Don't go too early, because you'll just make a big crowd of enemies just sit at the extraction zone.
Alright. I think you're already there.
We'll intercept the LZ.
Whoa, Rocket Man's after me.
Yeah, I don't really like the gun, but I'm starting to get kills with it now.
Member needs help. LZ spotted. Get going.
Oh, ammo. That's what I need.
I'm down. This is slow short.
Ow, ow,
Let's
ow.
get to extraction.
Shuttle ready for extraction. Time's running out. We gotta go. Mission accomplished.
Ah, partial.
How was that partial?
Who didn't make it?
I don't know.
Oh, that does not count, Brandon.
I'm surprised I made it through.
Is curing the genophage a bad thing because it increases the Krogan's birth rate and lead to more resources used by the Krogans? Not all Krogans will follow Rex and Eve. Legion, I've done a whole video on this. Be sure to check that out. But yeah, like I think me and Dom was having a chat earlier. We did actually touch on it at the start of the stream. Personally, I think curing the genophage is a bad idea. Because it's exactly how the Krogan rebellion started, and if something happens to Rex and Eve, then there are a lot of angry Krogans out there that would like revenge for the genophage. So yeah, but yeah, check that out. Check that video out. It should be on the channel somewhere.
Wow, we agree on something.
Okay. Do you guys want a quick bronze match, or are we done?
I have time if you guys want to.
Yeah, I do one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll manage.
One last one then. One last bronze match. And I am going to change. I'm going to change character as well. Overly keen on that guy.
We should try and get as many collectors in one group as possible for one of our matches.
I'll be a collector if you guys want to stick as collectors. I've got one somewhere. Yeah, I've got an awakened one.
Nice. I mean, Curtis is a Batarian, so I mean, I can imagine those siding with collectors. Batarians
Yeah, I
hate
like
humans
this
just
guy.
as much as collectors.
I wish he has a drone though. Comeback drone.
Yeah, and you have to unlock them for the engineer class for that, I think.
That's the guy I use to play myself. I use a combat drone. That's how I made it up to wave 6. Not all the way through, but halfway through.
Damage over time.
No, some of us can see the problems with it, Legion. It's just some of us sometimes, like, I think it's just more of an argument of if you can trust the Krogan or not, and some people can and some people can't. And, you know, I can understand people that can't because there are examples of Krogan that you can't trust. But, you know.
I just think, like, as cool as Rex and Eve are, I just don't see their reign lasting. I mean, even Rex's own brother and father both tried to kill him, and in the second game, everyone on Tuchanka hates him. Like, even the people in his own clan.
Well, the Mantis, thank you very much for popping by, and thank you so much for the super chat as well. Much appreciated. Have a great weekend.
Plus, I think even over and above everything to do with the Krogan, just the Solarians are more important to have as part of the galaxy. I mean, the Krogan, at the end of the day, they only are even there because they got uplifted.
You can still get Solarian allies though if you kill the Genophage.
Yeah, but you don't get dreadnoughts with cloaking though. The Solarian First Fleet is just, to me, super important.
Oh, we got triplets now.
Who are we fighting? Do we know?
I hope it's not collectors, otherwise you'll be killing us again, Tim.
I made myself bright red for just Tim's sake.
Oh, I see. So the Seeker Swarm things, you kind of fire them off.
You can fire them, but you can also like protect yourself with them.
Ah, quite clever.
Yeah, it's just like the song, when I think about you, I protect myself. I think that's the lyrics.
Data anchors for our communication array are down. Locate those devices and get them going.
You should be able to communicate by the hive mind. Some form of assuming direct control as well. Ooh.
Does anyone else think it's strange that in Mass Effect nobody has a smartphone in the future?
They have Omni tools.
Which don't have, you know, apps and games and stuff on them.
I'm sure they do, we just never see them.
Yeah, it just probably wouldn't make for good gameplay if Shepard says, yeah, I'm just going to have a couple of games of Candy Crush while you guys take out this collector base.
Maybe that's why Jenkins got shot. He was just playing Among Us or something while they ran into the line of fire.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming Shepard goes to the bathroom like the rest of us. I'm sure that's probably when he plays Candy Crush.
Dom says, imagine hearing the voice from Harbinger himself when you're playing as the collectors.
Enemy is regrouping.
That'd be quite cool, actually, I think.
there's an interesting question then for everyone. Who do you think has a cooler or a more menacing voice, Harbinger or Sovereign?
Oh, Sovereign,
That
definitely.
one Reaper, that one Reaper on Rannoch. I don't know if he ever had a name, but the Reaper you speak to on Rannoch.
Yeah, I don't think, or at least you never find out his name.
What's my opinion to Sam so far? The longer you play Andromeda, the more annoying he gets. Yeah, he is starting to grate on me a little bit. Must admit. And the having to scan things as well, that's... frustrating.
Don't forget he also spies on you whenever you sleep with someone.
I didn't know that. Quite
It's
freaky.
just him being a bit curious.
Well, he's in your brain.
Well, yeah, there's also that. He can't really help it.
It's funny, if you romance Cora, she actually at one point tells him to turn his logs off so you can actually have private time with her.
Yeah, that would be like... No, I'm not going to go down that route.
Must be scary actually having an AI just have instant access to your thoughts.
Well, I mean, it would take some getting used to, but wouldn't necessarily say it would be scary.
Well, you know, if the AI went bad or got hacked or something and turned against you.
My brain turns against me almost daily.
Well done, team. Enemy forces at half strength.
And Legion, I think the removing neutral dialogue thing was more of just
Enemy data ciphers
them
operational
being,
inside.
you know, they had limited time, I think, to work on Mass Effect 3. That's my thought on it, at least. I think that's why they did it, just because they were low on time, running out of time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite possible.
Well, you can because you can definitely tell. I was just going to say that 3 is a lot more rushed than 2 was.
Yeah, it's that the endings video that I've got. Part of the interview. It says that it was due for release in 2011, but after Aaron Flynn, the general manager, got it pushed back to March 2012, and by then it was still behind schedule. So
Well, not even counting the endings, it was just, I mean, one of my favorite things in the second game was just walking around. There was like, what, 30 or 35 planets you could go to do little 10-minute side missions. There's none of that in the third game. Everything in the third game is just fetch quests.
yeah.
I mean, Mass Effect 2 had so many side missions that you didn't even know about some of them.
Yeah, there's this little couple that I've never even done. One of them actually sounds really good, which is the 3. When did 3 happen? Yeah, it's like a deserted N7 base or something.
Yeah, you said something about a ghost ship yesterday in the Andromeda stream, and I have no idea what mission you're talking about.
I'll look it up and pop it in the Discord. But yeah, it sounds...
Say sorry, Tim, I just shot you.
Well done, team. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
See, I should get some credit if I'm getting shot back. Threw another file to get friendly. Oh, hello. Where did you come from? That's just not nice, is it? Ow.
Squad member down.
Because I was going to say, I do remember a mission where you're on what you think is a ghost ship, like just a derelict freighter for a little bit. Then after a few minutes, there's just a whole bunch of blue suns, and it turns out to be just like a normal mission. But I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
I can't remember.
Enemy is regrouping.
I'm being really, really careful not to try and shoot you. You stop shooting me.
Oh, that was you? Sorry.
Yeah, I do honestly believe that choices would have mattered more moving from 2 to 3 if they did have more time Legion.
You know, one thing I always wish they'd done with the third game, and I don't know how other people would think of it, is just because the whole entirety of the third game, they're driving home how rushed and in a hurry you're supposed to be. But you can pretty much take your time and do anything like in whatever order at your own pace. So I was just, what if they did the third game, and instead of being able to do all the missions, you have to like pick and choose. Like you could go to Grissom Academy, or you could help Tarquin defuse the bomb on Tachanka, but you couldn't do both. Or you could try to shut down the Geth server on Rannoch, or you could go rescue Chorus, but not both. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I bet that. I have a feeling that must have been a conversation though that they had, but decided to go with like a safer option.
It would certainly add a lot of replayability to it, wouldn't it?
Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
Yeah, and it would make, because I mean, the way it's set up, it's so you can like not do any of the DLC and skip the half the missions and still easily have an EMS over 5,000.
I mean, like,
Like,
so The Witcher 2, it's at one point you have a decision to make, and it branches off into two separate stories, and you can only you can only play one side of the story at once. If you want to find out the full story, you have to do both sides, but they can't both happen at the same time, if you know what I mean. It was a very clever way of, it's almost like having two games in one.
like I like that kind of idea because it makes you feel like what you're doing has larger consequences. It's like at the end of Mass Effect 2, the decision on whether to save the collector base for Cerberus or destroy it. I thought that the first time I played, I thought that was going to be like the biggest thing, like the most hugest consequential thing in the third game, and it's literally meaningless unless you somehow manage to finish with an EMS of under 1500. That's the only way that it matters.
That's actually what Legion was talking about in chat. And I do honestly think it would have mattered more if they had more time to think of an ending maybe where it had a bigger difference.
Well done. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping. Locate the central server
What do I think of the Angara? It seems alright so far.
They're deformed Twi'leks with Australian accents.
I quite like the Angara, to be honest.
I think they're quite believable, personally, like all joking aside.
I'm not going to mention the twist, but I'm not too sure about the twist revolving around them towards the end of the story.
But them and the cat, you mean?
Well, Tim hasn't gotten that far yet, so I'm not going to get into specifics, but...
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I just like that they legitimately don't trust you when you first meet them, which I always thought made a lot of sense.
Don't worry, Brandon.
Yeah,
I won't
completely
shoot
understand
any
their
friendlies.
distrust.
I absolutely promise you. Ah, come on. That was just a bit rude.
Come on, Tim, it's a bronze game.
She popped up behind me. Is Kurt still with us? He's gone rather quiet.
Don't know.
The game.
I can see his bodies.
I don't know how to feel about the Angara. However, I was really disappointed they were literally the only new species of alien you meet. I guess that
Well, I
would be
think that's just...
that'd be
Oh, sorry.
timing, wouldn't it? The 18 months they actually
I was
finally got
just
to build it. So.
When you eventually do get to the end of the game, like I won't spoil anything, but Andromeda ends on such a good way, like as a jumping off point to more adventures like they could potentially have in the Andromeda galaxy, that, I mean, like I think that's what they were going for, so I didn't really mind there only being just the Angara and the Ket and the Remnant in the first game, because it felt like Andromeda 2, or whatever it would be called, would have so much more to it.
Legion suggesting a species that looks like a scorpion. Which would definitely be interesting.
Well, it's just like the Killix, kind of, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. And also just kind of like the Keepers, I guess. Well, not really, I guess. The Keepers. Yeah, the Keepers are different to Scorpions.
Ah, it's a very... I haven't actually tried it yet, Ween, but I'm getting some mods sorted for a mod video. I think I'm going to try it on my my current Legendary Edition.
Extraction, by the way. We've got like 30 seconds. 15 now. So close, Cerberus guy.
Time's running out. Mission complete. That's all of them.
Nice, we got full.
Did I
we go.
do that dramatically enough?
I feel like you might have been doing that on purpose. The extra drama.
Well, it really does bring us to the end of the stream. I say massive,
Drama's what's it
massive
needs.
thank you to Nerdy Dude, to Hollywood Guy, and some of the Mantis for the super chats. Much appreciated. Brandon, 7. You adding 7 on. You've not even been here. You didn't see how well I performed in that the last 5 minutes there. Didn't shoot anybody.
Yeah, 10 practically carried the team.
Brandon, thank you very much for keeping score. Carla, thank you for the chat earlier. And Legion, it's been an absolute pleasure having you in the chat this evening. Thank you very much. And I think who else was Giovanni popped in, I think, only briefly. Rocco as well, and yeah, everybody else that's been there that has not actually said anything but is still watching anyway. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cerberus Guy. Thank you, Takes a Note, and thank you, Curtis, for the game. We will be back again next Saturday at 9 PM UK time, and I hope to see you there. And I really should have timed that better, shouldn't I?
You guys can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you guys.
Okay, my mic was off for some reason.
Oh, right.
Okay. I didn't know you guys could hear me or not, so
No, we couldn't hear you for a while.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
okay, yeah, some reason my mic was off for some reason.
I feel like it must have been Legion.
So
Yeah, thanks for the game, guys.
okay.
See you next week.
Yep.
Yeah, take care, everyone.
Take care, guys. Thanks for the
Take
game.
care.